Hi everyone, it's Scott here from That's English School 英語研究プロジェクトよくある間違いを分析します。ちょうどこの間ですね、成田空港でスーツケースもらうところでなんて言うんですか、そのぐるぐる回ってるところ、回転寿司みたいな、そこでね、大きな外国の方が日本人の方となんかどっかで友達になっちゃって、そしたらね、その日本の方が How was your flight? と聞いたら、その外国の方がね It was so-so と答えました。正直ゾッとしました。この人がね、自分が言ってる英語をその日本の方に合わせてるなと思いました。まあいい人かもしれませんが、まあ言葉的にはね、そのso-soの使い方はちょっといまいちだったかな。自分がso-so大嫌いですからね。あるいはネイティブ同士だったら絶対に It was so-so って言わないと思います。So what I really want to say is so-so is so-so. I'm going to explain why in 4 logical steps. We're going to look at the problem, and then the reason, and then the solution, and finally with 5 examples. Let's get started. I hope today's video is not so-so. First, let's look at the problem. It was so-so. It was so-so. So straight off the bat, there is something that I have to say. The expression so-so is used by some native speakers, just not by me. I have never used the expression in my life. I personally think it's a very lazy way to speak. It's kind of a cop-out. A cop-out is when you try to avoid hard work. So-so is used by ESL teachers all over the world. Vietnam, Spain, France, Japan, to name but a few. So why do they teach it? Here are 3 reasons. The first reason is it's simple and easy to remember. The second reason, many languages have similar expressions. And the third reason, it's a double sound word, so it's catchy. For example, Italian, così così. Spanish, así así. Japanese, mama. French, comme ci comme ça. Swahili, nusu nusu. So I'm not sure if I pronounced those correctly, but those are some examples of like double sounding, similar things to so-so. So-so may be more commonly used in American English because after all, it is the melting pot, meaning the country was made by immigrants from all over the world. So-so is an easy expression to remember, but let's look at my reasons why you shouldn't use it. So these are just my observations, but I think the majority of native speakers don't actually use it. It sounds kind of childish, like you're lacking in vocabulary, and for a lot of people, it's sort of annoying. If you want to improve your English, I strongly recommend that you don't use it. Or at the very least, just use it occasionally. Another thing which I sometimes see people doing is using it with an adjective. どうだった? 美味しかった? まあまあ美味しかったかな? If you say that in English, it sounds completely crazy. How was it? Did it taste good? Yeah, I guess it was so-so good. In that case, I would just say pretty good or quite good. How was it? Did it taste good? Yeah, I guess it was pretty good. Let's look at the solution and give you some alternatives to the dreaded so-so. You may be starting to realize that I think the expression so-so is indeed so-so. So how do we say these kinds of things? Let's take the pattern how was and answer it in a few different ways without saying so-so. How was your day? It wasn't bad. Not bad is much more natural than so-so. How was the test? It wasn't all that difficult. Not all that something is a nice, natural way of saying not so something. How was the hotel? It was average, at best. At best means the maximum. It was actually a little below average, if we're being honest. How was the in-flight meal? It was nothing to write home about. If something is nothing to write home about, it means it's not special enough to write about it in a letter to someone. How was the movie? Let's put it this way. I don't think it'll be winning any awards. This is kind of an indirect way of talking. If something isn't going to win any awards, then it's not the best one. It can be used in a wide variety of situations, not just about movies. Let's review those expressions. It wasn't bad. It wasn't all that difficult. It was average at best. It was nothing to write home about. I don't think it'll be winning any awards. So instead of using the lazy expression, so-so, use some of these instead. It's so much better for your English. Let's take a look at 5 example sentences. The first one is this. The new burger at McDonald's isn't all that good. I probably wouldn't order it again. So instead of so-so, we use isn't all that good. The new mall was nothing to write home about. One of those seen one, seen them all kind of places. Seen one, seen them all is used when something is very similar to all the others, like an Aeon shopping centre, I guess. How was Keita's birthday dinner? It was okay, I guess. It was full of randoms, so I didn't talk much to anyone. So a random or a rando is a person who you have no connection with. They're completely unknown to you. Strangers, basically. I didn't really think much of Ed Sheeran's new song. It was a bit samey. Samey is actually a British English expression meaning it's similar to all his other recent songs. It's samey. I thought the new attraction at Disneyland was average at best. Maybe the Imagineers are running out of ideas. If you want to see more videos like this, click right over here. This is the EIGO研究 project playlist. There are lots and lots of really interesting topics which will help you take your English to the next level. I'll see you over there. Let's go.